I'm Anthony Socrates here with W&J's men's lacrosse coach, Kevin Kustron, here to preview the 2016 men's lacrosse season. Coach, thanks for taking some time out of your busy preseason schedule to sit down and talk about your team.
No problem. Happy to be here, Anthony.
With the new conference relocation from the Landmark Conference to the Ohio River Lacrosse Conference, how do you think your team will fare against some new and familiar foes?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting change for us. I think we're going to be competitive for sure. Going to battle some different teams in terms of geography. We're heading west instead of east a whole lot, and a lot of the teams are familiar, like you mentioned. A lot of those PAC teams. I think that familiarity breeds some competition, and we look forward to those games every year, but looking forward to playing a team like Transylvania that we really haven't seen in the past, that I know won the conference last year. Hanover, we saw in a scrimmage last year. We know a little bit what we're getting into, but I'm looking forward to traveling to some new places and playing some new blood.
Out of 17 returning players, 14 are upperclassmen. How does that help your team's development going forward?
I think it's vital. We've got guys that have been through the program before. We had a big culture change last year when I took over, just the way we're approaching the game. And I think guys have caught on. These upperclassmen, they're ready to lead the younger classmen and show them, how we do things now. And I think, we've got some guys in place that are doing that right now and will continue to do that through the year. It's been a good off season, and really looking forward to playing some fresh competition here and getting to that first game.
4 of the top 6 scorers are returning from last year. What does that do for your team's production totals, and what can you expect from them going forward?
I think out of the 4 returning, really excited about them coming back as upperclassmen now. The junior class specifically, they had a great year, a lot of experience coming out of that sophomore year, and I think a couple more are ready to contribute more heavily than they did last year. Kyle Heinig was probably our leading scorer last year. He had a great year his sophomore year, his second team all Landmark. He's going to have another great junior year, I anticipate, hopping into this new conference. And I think a couple guys are going to surprise you. It might be Devin Curran and Brian Whipke popping back up as terms of juniors that are ready to make a big step. And I think Zach Fredericks will be right up near the top with scorers again. And it's going to be a great year overall for the offense. Looking forward to some new faces, hopefully stepping up to production.
Goalkeeper Jacob Suckup had a tremendous season last year and broke the single season save record for W&J. What can you expect from his play this year, and what makes him so effective?
To take the first question there, I think it's going to be another great year for him. He's come back in better shape than I've ever seen him. He's shredded probably 40, 50 pounds in the off season. He's lean and mean, so to speak. I think it's going to help his quickness in the net. And I think a couple of things that make him successful in the net is he's poised. He's able to put maybe a rough goal, a bad shot behind him quickly and clear his mind, be ready for that next shot. And I think he's the biggest thing that has stood out for me in this offseason is communication has really gotten better. He's a leader out there. He knows he's the leader on the defense, and I think that's going to show a bit more in this season.
Who are some players from the incoming freshman class that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, we have a good freshman class in here this year. Excited to see what they bring once we get into games. At least in the offseason leading up to the first game here, I think a poll to look out for, Joey Trichler, is a freshman. He's been making great strides all fall, all spring. I think he's going to be an impact player right off the bat. A couple guys that you can see coming through the midfield, Zach Moore, Jordan Messmer, and Rocco Rosito, all 3 guys that short stick midfielders that I think are going to come in, be effective for us, be able to give some guys some breathers on that first line of midfields and be able to be effective on the field for us. And I think overall we're going to reap the benefits of seeing a smaller team and getting those freshman experience right off the bat, and maybe not 2 years down the line like you might see some other place, and hopefully next year we're able to reap a lot of those rewards as well.
Coach, you touched on some of the familiar foes that you faced throughout the years in the PAC. Who in the ORLC are you looking forward to playing, and how do you think conference play will shake out?
I'm looking forward to playing a lot of those teams that we haven't seen very much of. Transylvania and Hanover are very intriguing to me. We did have Mount St. Joe's on the schedule. Unfortunately, they canceled their season due to some just low numbers and should be hopping back into the conference next year. Westminster is another school that's going to be their first year as a program, and a lot of those things you don't know what to expect. I know they have a good coach over there. I know Bethany's going through a coaching change, so again, a lot of stuff up in the air right there in terms of what to expect. Teal's always been a great competitor year to year. St. Vincent, I know they're a great program traditionally. They had a great freshman class in here. I hear good things through the spring. So I think overall it's going to be a challenge, but it's a challenge that we welcome, and I think hopefully in the end there's a little postseason in our future.
Coach, thanks for sitting down with us. Hopefully we see some postseason play here at W&J this season.
I hope so as well. Thanks for having me. My pleasure.